Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a frustration I think we've all felt. That feeling of being lost in the black hole of government bureaucracy. But what if AI could actually fix it? We're going to explore a platform called Eagle AI that promises to untangle all that red tape and make public services, actually work for us. All right, so to kick things off, let's really get a handle on the problem itself. We're going to call it the government gridlock. So I have to ask, have you ever felt just completely stuck in bureaucratic red tape? You know that feeling, right? You're waiting in a ridiculously long line, filling out the same form for the third time, just wondering, why does everything take so long? Trust me, you are not alone. And not feeling, it comes from some very real, very common frustrations. We're talking about those agonizingly long waits for a simple license or permit, the slow crawl when you're waiting for public benefits to get processed, and a system that often has no real-time data on its own performance because so much is still being checked by hand.
But see, that just describes what the problem is. To really get it, we need to ask the more important question, why are these services so slow to begin with?
And this slide just captures the core conflict perfectly. On the left, you've got our modern expectation. We want fast, digital services that just work. But on the right, that's the reality for a lot of government agencies. A tangled mess of paperwork, ancient computers, and systems that don't talk to each other. And here's a really crucial point. This isn't about blaming individual employees for being slow. The problem is much deeper. It's structural. Government data is often trapped in all these different fragmented systems that are totally isolated from one another. The processes themselves are just inefficient, bogged down by old technology and a heavy reliance on manual procedures. And all of this creates a massive blind spot, a total lack of the real-time intelligence they need to make smart, effective decisions.
So what if there was a way to connect all of those dots, to finally bring public services into the 21st century? Well, this is exactly where the proposed solution comes in. Eagle AI.
So what is it exactly? Well, put simply, the Eagle AI governance platform is an integrated AI infrastructure. Its entire reason for being is to make public administration more efficient, more transparent, and, well, more intelligent. You can kind of think of it as a central brain for government operations.
And this visual does a great job of showing you the big picture. The Eagle AI ecosystem connects everyone, citizens, government agencies, and policymakers, all in a single continuous loop. So a citizen's request comes in, the agencies process it, and the platform provides intelligence back to the policymakers so they can actually improve the whole system. It's a feedback loop. Okay, so that's the high-level promise. But how does Eagle AI actually fix these deep-seated problems? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. All right, the first thing to understand, and this is super important, is that Eagle AI doesn't just rip and replace all the existing government systems. Can you imagine what a nightmare that would be? No. Instead, as you can see here, its architecture is designed to plug into them. Tax systems, procurement, public services, and it acts as a central intelligence layer that pulls data from all these different sources. Now, once it has that data, it follows a pretty simple four-step process. Step 1, it collects all the raw data from those different systems. Step 2, it cleans and standardizes everything. Think of it like translating dozens of different languages into one common format, so you can compare apples to apples. Third, it runs its AI models to spot hidden patterns and flag anything that looks unusual. And finally, it turns all that complex analysis into clear, actionable insights. And this workflow, this is where you see the magic happen. Let's just follow a request. A citizen submits it, and the AI service analyzer starts the clock. If it detects a delay, say one step is taking twice as long as it normally does, it instantly flags that bottleneck and sends a report to a live dashboard, so officials can see in real time exactly where the logjam is, and they can go fix it. The mystery of why is this taking so long is finally solved. And that's really the key. The AI Service Analyzer isn't just a passive monitor, it's actively identifying the specific operational bottlenecks that are causing delays, and it's doing it in real time. It transforms that flood of data into a clear map of where to make improvements. So by finding and fixing these bottlenecks, the platform is promising to usher in nothing less than a whole new era of governance. And this leads to some very tangible benefits for everybody. For citizens, it means faster service delivery and way fewer administrative delays. For the government, it means improved efficiency across all their departments and a much smarter, data-driven way to allocate public resources to where they're needed most. This quote from the source material really sums up the whole fundamental shift here. It says, The platform enables governments to transition from reactive governance models to proactive and data-driven governance systems. So instead of constantly waiting for problems to pile up, they can actually anticipate them and maybe even prevent them. So the big takeaway is this. AI can act as a kind of diagnostic tool for our public systems, constantly monitoring data to find and fix the bottlenecks that slow everything down. Which leaves us with a really fascinating final question. If AI can streamline our public services, what other complex, maybe even bigger civic problems could it help us solve?